Welcome to April, first Tuesday. This is, if you didn't know, Animal Cruelty Prevention Month. Did you guys know that? So I could really go on and on and on about how incredible this man is, but instead I'm just going to tell you that on behalf of Northwest Area Command, we'd like to express our appreciation and your efforts and those of your staff in helping our community. Thank you for all of your generosity and outreach. Your invaluable community partnerships do not go unnoticed. So this one is for Sergeant Stu the Speedo Richmond. So we brought Stu in to rebuild it and give it a vision and give it inspiration. Northwest had consisted of 3 officers and they had no sergeant for quite some time. You came in and established a partnership with our area schools, faith-based community, businesses, community groups, and partnerships that have increased the communication with the community and really developed the meaning of outreach. One of the concerns heard from the community was homelessness, which seemed to be centered around the freeway and in the flood control tunnels. You and your team quickly engaged the City of Las Vegas, City Council representatives, and the community to provide outreach to displaced individuals and cleaning up aftermath in the days these subjects were living in the tunnels. He never says no when we need something done. His team adores him and he inspires all of those around him. I could go on and tell you all of his accolades, but just trust me when I tell you he's very deserving of Officer of the Third Quarter. So they have been volunteering with us since 2007, if I remember correctly.
Right.
During that time, you volunteered in countless ways, and your contributions, I know, to Randy, our crime prevention specialist, he didn't have enough paper to actually write all the things that you do for him. So he said, in short, for the past 11 years, Howard, along with your volunteer partner, wife, best friend, boss,
Emphasis on boss.
yeah, have dedicated hundreds of their evenings and afternoons leading neighborhood watch orientation meetings, newly formed groups and reestablishing ones, and really embracing opportunities to relay the vision of Northwest Area Command to these neighborhood watches. Collaborated with our crime prevention specialists to modernize efforts in providing via PowerPoint, man, fancy, to ensure the presentation of relevancy of information provided to the residents. You guys perform numerous volunteer duties on a weekly basis, help with handicap parking enforcement, sending information to victims of property crimes, tabulating, that's a good one, tabulating property crime statistics. I don't really even know what that means, so I'm glad you do. Statistics and assisting at community events such as First Tuesday, fairs, and countless other endeavors. I am so honored that you guys choose to stay at Northwest. If I ever get sent somewhere else, we're a package deal, so you make sure you come with me.
We will.
Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna really get through it with a straight face. It's like I'm giving a Grammy speech and I'm trying not to cry because I'm so happy. So, if you guys didn't get the word, my assistant is retiring tomorrow. So she'll come down here, Thursday rather. Come here, pick your jaw up and come down here. So this is my administrative assistant, Marie Coleman. So if you've ever called me or tried to find me, she put up a lot of roadblocks because that's her job. Just kidding. But we've been partners now for 2.5 years. So as a captain, you get 2 partners. You get a right hand and a left hand. Rick is my right hand, Marie's my left hand, which means she's the brain and he's the brawn. And we've just had a really blessed union. So we wanted to honor you tonight, Marie. I'm not going to talk about you not here if you're not here. We, the management team, chose to honor you as our quarter. I'm not even looking at you. Because let me just make it very clear that our station wouldn't run without her. And I just want to give you a quick little reason about the why. Marie, how does one articulate the gravity of sacrifice that a 28-year career encompasses? I know, she started when she was 4. It's ridiculous. Allow me the opportunity to set the record straight in front of all of these people. You are valued, you are worthy, you are irreplaceable, and you are a superstar. You are my phenomenal partner. May God bless you on your new journey, and thank you from all of us at Northwest Area Command for being our rock star.
Hello, how you doing? I'm Lieutenant Hatchett. I'm Graveyard Lieutenant for Northwest Area Command. We have one more person that we'd like to present to you guys who's an outstanding officer. Commendable action, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Police Officer Sean Cody, P number 15865. Officer Cody, I would like to congratulate you for being awarded the Officer of the Month for Northwest Area Command. You have shown yourself to be a very good officer who goes above what is expected of the officer and are a confident leader around your peers. You displayed your leadership while on a shooting call with multiple victims. You quickly assessed the situation and began to render medical to one of the males who had been shot. Seeing this, a newer officer immediately followed your lead and rendered aid to the second male down. This act of bravery and concern for the citizens of Clark County allowed 2 victims of a violent act to survive their wounds. The capture and the survival of the citizens started with your leadership. It should be noted this suspect was recently taken into apprehension in the state of Texas for attempted murder. Officer Cody, I would like to thank you for your hard work during this last month. The Sheriff's focus is community engagement, and you have demonstrated your commitment to the mission. You show your dedication to the citizens of Clark County, and you live by the mantra of partners with this community. Congratulations on being named Northwest Area Command Officer of the Month.
So I'm Marco Vallata. I'm with the City of Las Vegas' Planning Department, and I'm here today to talk briefly on this new effort launched by the Mayor and City Council. It's a new master plan that helps. It's going to help shape the future of Las Vegas for both the short term and the long term. So we've had quite a bit of change over the last 20 years. The last master plan was for 2020. It was adopted by Mayor Oscar Goodman in 2000. And it really is comprehensive in nature. It covers a variety of different issues like land use, education, parks and recreation, transportation, the economy, and public safety. And of course, especially crime prevention and public safety. So we've seen a lot of changes that's happened over the last 20 years, but going forward, we're projected to have another 1 million people move into Southern Nevada over the next 30 years. And within that time frame, we might also have another 250,000 people move into the northwestern part of the valley or within the city of Las Vegas proper.
I'm Detective Sandy Southpaw. I've been with Metro for over 21 years. I have worked all the not-so-pleasant units to include child abuse, child homicides, elder exploitation, sex assault, sex abuse, and I'm going out on my career from this unit, which I absolutely, truly love. It is definitely the hardest unit I have ever been in. So the Animal Cruelty Unit was created in November of 2015, so we've been here just shy of 5 years. We are 1 sergeant and 2 detectives, and we handle, between the 2 of us, we handle approximately 200 cases a year. With that, our jurisdiction is all of City of Las Vegas and all of Clark County, to include Laughlin, Sandy Valley, and Cold Creek. So for 2 detectives, that's a lot of area to cover. Analysis by psychologists, sociologists, and criminologists during the past 25 years show that perpetrators of animal cruelty frequently do not stop with their animal victims. Many will move on to commit acts of violence against humans. A 1997 study of Northeastern University and the Massachusetts SPA reported that nearly 40% of animal users have committed violent crimes against people. School shooters also share a common feature. Prior to killing their classmates and teachers, all of the boys involved in these school shootings had performed acts of animal cruelty, such as shooting dogs, setting cats on fire, blowing up cows, and killing other small animals. So what do we look for in animal cruelty, and what would we ask you to look for? Excessive number of animals. The city and the county both have specific codes and ordinances to the amount of animals you can have. You typically can have 3, but you can also get permits that will allow you to have more, up to 6. Look for strong odors. When you're walking down the street, do you see a lot of cats? Do you see a lot of dogs? Do you smell the urine and the feces? A lot of howling, barking, and meowing. Chronic, dirty, or matted coats. When you see the dogs walking down the street with their owners, are they encrusted with feces? Are they, do they have a strong smell of urine and feces on them? Do you see wounds or scars? Prominent ribs or hip bones? When we talk about emaciation with prominent ribs or hip bones, there is a scale that Purina uses. It's a scale from 1 to 10. We try to use that as best as we can with the weights of the dog. So what you may think is extremely skinny and emaciated may actually be normal. So we get a lot of calls from the community about a dog that would be really, really thin. So I always ask for a picture. Do you have a picture of the animal? And some people will send me a picture of a dog that is actually normal. Some people's idea of a normal dog is that little roly-poly dog that you see on the internet that weighs 50 pounds and he should only be 10. Are the animals caged up or tied up for long periods of time? Do they not have any interaction with human contact? Do they have a lack of protection from the elements? Extreme heat or extreme cold?
What do you guys think? Good first Tuesday?